Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Revving with another video on the SVT GT500. In case you guys are new around here, this is my 2014 GT500 that I've only owned for about 3.5 months. Specifically in this video, we're talking about tires because as I'm sitting in it, it's got some new rubber. So I'll talk about my choice, but in case you guys don't know, this being a 2014 means it was built in 2013 and it had the original Goodyear Eagle F1 tires from almost a decade ago at this point. So they were very, very stiff, never built heat, and for some reason they didn't really have a whole lot of tread in them. But no matter how many burnouts, donuts, everything I did, the rear tires, any of the tires, would never get heat. So I got my impressions that way. It's a ton of fun with, no traction in the rain, all that stuff. And that's how I got to, mess with the traction management settings and got to know it pretty well. I've never driven this car with proper grip. And so it should have far more grip than it ever did, even from the factory, because it only ever came with the Goodyear Eagle F1s, which are meh. So I still have 265 up front, 285 in the rear, but we are now rocking some Cup 2s, some Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. Initially, I was thinking possibly some 4S, but this isn't my daily, and so let's just see what Cups 2 feel like. Before then, though, that does, of course, mean that I had some original Goodyear Eagle F1s that had the mentality of you paid for the tires, might as well use all of the tires somehow. So didn't do too much, but let's do the little compilation real quickly. Oh no, I hope I don't drive over a banana peel. Oh no. If I had to take a quick guess, being that it's like 70 something degrees, it's totally dry, but these are Cup 2s, I think these Cup 2s are going to feel the same, if not possibly even worse than the Goodyears for the first few miles. As soon as they build heat, which they will build heat, unlike the other ones, it's going to be significantly better. That's my total guess. I'm going to throw a GoPro in my head and let's just figure it out. See what Cup 2s feel like on a 2014 GT500. All right, cold Cup 2s, see what they're all about. Traction half off. That wasn't too dramatic, but it feels about the same as the Eagle F1s right now. Difference is these should actually get some heat. Just a tenth of the throttle just to get a little feel for it. Just for fun, we'll put the suspension in the stiff mode too. This is a nice road with a little bit of corners. Drop it down to third. Right when the torque was coming on, I let off, but it was gripping pretty good there. Yeah, there's a bit more temperature in those rear tires now, I can tell. Even with traction all the way on, it's at least allowing me way more power than it was before. It would throttle the heck out of it before. Now, if traction was all the way off, it might have lost some, but for the traction management system to not have me notice too much, now those look like really slow shifts because I'm not used to shifting this thing on wide open throttle. Usually I just don't even have traction at all. We're on the old tires. That's where I'm getting at. So yeah, all right. So it only took about a matter of 5 or 6 leisurely miles, and there's definitely enough. Yeah, that's way different. What I need to do is a dedicated point of view drive on a windy road. This isn't so much that. Too many cars are out and this isn't the best of roads, but soon enough I'll pick a nice windy road and we'll see what it could do. Hopefully that sun glare, Jesus, Hopefully you guys see better than me. Like I said, guys, having it for 3.5 months, this is truly the first impressions of the acceleration, because I mentioned before how I wasn't too wowed by the acceleration, but it was purely tires. I knew it for sure. Now that these tires are on there, again, I don't even have 10 miles on these tires, but now I'm starting to get my impressions, and now my shifts look like just absolute elderly speed, just because I'm so new to it. So let me get used to the C5. All right, we're cruising at about 60. I'm gonna get off the gas and start dropping gears. That's 5th, 4th, 3rd, traction half off again. Let's go ahead and actually get it to 2nd. Yeah, there's none of that wobble anymore. The tires are getting grippier and grippier, which of course is what I expect, but those old tires just weren't doing it, of course. But they were fun in their own right. And I see a police officer here, so we are going to go nice and leisurely. I'm gonna go hard on the brakes here, take this corner. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot of drama with it right now. All right, so that was a super short drive. So just from that, let's see what the tires are feeling like. The change in traction just from the first mile to the maybe 11th or 12th, that's all that drive was. Yeah, those get temperature pretty darn easily, holy crap. So just from what I'm able to tell, these Cup 2s have easily like 3 times the temperature that those Goodyear Eagle F1s did after 2 donut sessions, 2 big burnouts, all that stuff. They never got the temperature these did just from going for a leisurely 11-mile drive with a couple pulls. Now this tire compound is one that I'm fairly familiar with on the GT350, as I recently got those on. But yeah, just a whole different animal car here, but same tire compound. And tell you what, it's actually pretty darn nice. Now with this power, if you want to lose traction, it certainly will with anything on there. But yeah, I don't know. So I went from one end to the other. I went from literally next to no traction to Cup 2s. And so when it's time to replace these, maybe something in the middle, I don't know. But as of right now, these definitely hook up pretty well. Only about 11 miles in, so impressions are going to continue to develop. Sorry it was such a short drive, but I was going to do the drive regardless, and I figured why not just be the weirdo with the GoPro on my head. But anyway, that does it for this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care.